Yo, what's up, manga fans? This is Raphael from C Manga, and after a 2 week break, it's finally back. The boxing manga Hajime no Ippo 1039 has come out today. The chapter is called Dodge, Duck, and Dive In, and yeah, it's quite a decent chapter. It's not the best one, but it makes up for the disappointing 7 page chapter we had last time. Because what the hell was up with that? But yeah, it wasn't, as I said, anything spectacular. It was just interesting and quite I'd say amazing, the kind of crap that Ippo's got to deal with at this world stage freaking match against the second ranked boxer, because he's really putting Ippo on edge in terms of what he's like, in terms of mind games anyway. Like, Ippo's not the best thinker when it comes to strategy and tactics, so the kind of punches Gonzalez is throwing out are, constantly changing. And at the beginning of this, Ippo's like trying his hardest to close the gap and charge in, keeping low, but it's like no matter how much he ducks and weaves, Gonzalez just changes his punch and like he keeps him away. And it's like, yeah, they're only jabs, they're not doing too much damage, but it's ruining Ippo's momentum, so he can't get in and he can't throw any body blows, which is his specialty. So while this is happening, Ippo's thinking, oh, the straights are like Saramura and Gedo, which is true, because Gedo's, we remember his straight was that extended punch, and Gonzalez did demonstrate that with the whole step in, step out motion he did when he was doing jabs. And not only it was to help with range, it also created the illusion that threw Ippo off, because it's like every time he would step in and his arm was still clenched, it's like he would think, okay, it's not that far. Then when he threw it, it was far, it was closer than Ippo realized, and it nearly hit him. And then the same when he stepped out, he's thrown the jab thinking it's closer than it is, so it's messed him up. And obviously Saramura's bullets jabs, I definitely think that's what it is. They're as I said, quite damaging, but not obviously damaging enough because Ippo's used to it, but they still got a bit of stopping power. So Ippo's got to do with those two kind of straights. And then we've got the variant punches like from Mashaba and Sanada, and these ones I weren't too sure about because I didn't see them, because it's like it could be the double uppercut from Sanada, or his Heian technique, and Mashaba's flickers that I think Gonzalez is kind of using that Ippo's remembering. But either way, yeah, these are the 4 punches he's got to deal with, and he's like, how do I deal with it, and then he remembers seeing Kamigawa with the boxing glove at the end of the broom, and then he's like, that's how I deal with it, just deal with it, go in and sway, dodge, get used to the momentum. So he, like, as he's reeled back from another hit, he's ducked his thing into Peekaboo style, gone in charging low, finally broke through the thing and basically closed and pressed his body close to Gonzalez after he threw that uppercut, and it just about hit him. So now everyone's like said, yes, he's gotten in, he's about to throw a body blow, which is he's one of his specialties, the liver blow, and he's thrown it. Gonzalez is like, I've got to prepare for this, and it connects. And the way it was done, it was just massive explosion, kind of the exaggerated hits, and everyone's think, yeah, it connected. But when we see, everyone's shocked and disappointed to see that it actually hit Gonzalez's arm. He blocked it at the right time, and he's got some mad speed and skill to dodge something like that, to bring his arms back and protect his side from getting hit. But don't think it was just, it was all roses and daisies. It's like, even though it didn't connect and he blocked it, he said it still hurt, and it's like it hurt him quite a bit. So imagine the damage it would have done if it had connected fully. That would have freaking probably even put Gonzalez on his knees if it was damaging enough. So yeah, this just demonstrates how much Ippo's strength he's got, and Gonzalez is definitely starting to respect him a bit more. I don't care what anyone says, because he looked down on him and now he's feeling the wrath of his power. So yeah, Ippo tries to follow up on that with the round ends, and then they go to the respective corners. And then Ippo's thinking, he realizes how hard it is to deal with 4 different kind of punches, similar to the 4 boxers he's fought before, all at once. And it's like he's grateful because he knows Kamigawa all this time has been preparing for this in the training. And Gonzalez realizes that Ippo's been preparing for this is because it's like he took all those punches. It's like he's definitely got a plan for this. In that match, or that round, it's clear that Gonzalez has the advantage. As we see from the judges, he's got a 10-9 advantage, but everyone sees that Ippo's not out of it because he got in, he's through a body blow, he's he's keeping up, even though Gonzalez kept him at bay with those jabs. See a little bit of Itagaki has his faith in Ippo, but he's still a bit solemn about his loss, but he's definitely got a lot of hope in Ippo to win this. And the last bit now is Ippo's like with Coach Kamagai, and they're just discussing. He's like, I'm fine, nothing wrong with me. And he's like, I realise now that I'm not supposed to think about this, overthink things. I just got to do what you trained me to do. Just do what my body knows, and fight him. Just basically think of his body, like his body will react to the punches, and that's what's been happening. Ippo's not the best thinker, and that definitely usually works against him. Itagaki is the person who can think at a high speed and react at a high speed along with his body. So Ippo's just got to literally just try and fight this out using common sense and his bodies. So as I said, it was a good chapter. As I said before, it wasn't the greatest one, but it made up for that disappointing 7 pages that we saw in 1038. I don't know where this match is going to go from there, because as I said, the cliffhangers and the space between the chapters makes it kind of hard to follow it and think about what's going to happen next. But all I can see is Gonzalez is just going to most likely start upping his game now and put more pressure on Ippo. Ippo's got to deal with those 4 punches and most likely more power from Gonzalez, who's eventually going to start dishing that out, because he's going to realize Ippo is not some little freaking worm that he can just step on. And I'm hoping Ippo has got something else under his sleeve, because I definitely think he's not only just refined all his basics that he's known from the beginning, but he's definitely got something else that he's going to bring to this match, something that he can put on the table, because I don't think just refined skills are going to be enough. I know this is what was the best tactic for him, basically, because he doesn't know anything else, but I don't know. Well, maybe it's just refined tactics, but I definitely think Ippo's got something on his sleeve. And that's it for this chapter. As I said, not too much, but better than the last one, definitely. So hopefully the next few chapters will come out more consistent, and there isn't any more random breaks for research. So that was today's chapter 1039. It was enjoyable. It wasn't the best, but it had some interesting aspects of the whole 4 jab thing, and him throwing it from all the same starting motion. That's amazing to do that kind of feint and make someone think it's going to be the same jab, and then he throws something else out. So the usual. I've said my bit. What I expect to happen next is just more pressure on Ippo, and the game's going to get serious. But what do you guys think? What did you think of this chapter after the 2-week break? Are you impressed, disappointed? What do you expect to happen next? And any opinions, predictions as usual on this chapter. If you like the chapter in the video, give us a like, 'cause it helps us out and the series out, and also subscribe for more content. As you can find on the top right, that we review the Hajime no Ippo anime Rising right now, which is currently ongoing. And also, if you missed last week's Hajime no Ippo review, you can check it out on the top right as well. And I'll speak to you guys next time.